To battle, packmates! And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates, I'm Fleet Admiral Tyrek of the destroyer Raker, as we continue our campaign against the Hydran Star Kingdom. And the Hydran Star Kingdom consists of exactly 2 tiles. But I'm also going to insist on taking this tile because this is the last starbase that they had. So without further ado, let's jump on this tile and see if we can't actually get a mission going. Because I would like to actually take it in this episode. I wanted to take it last episode. I was actually kind of hoping to wrap up the campaign in last episode, and it just did not happen. I'm going to take this starbase. This is my primary target. Base Assault or the Enigma. We'll take the Enigma, thank you. Because I'd like to actually have this tile, rather than, you know, fighting a Base Assault and losing because we're in a destroyer. So, Red Alert had increased speed to our grand total of 3. We can maintain it, it's great. So, in the last episode... Was it the last episode or the episode before that? I think it was the episode before that. We ended up losing the Pouncer. We got... It's kind of embarrassing, actually. We fought 2 war destroyers. One of them was an X-type destroyer carrier of the Hydrans. So that's no small ship. Well, by small ship I mean no weak ship. Unfortunately, he had 8 fighters, which were all killer B3s, and then he had another heavy war destroyer friend, which was actually pretty well rigged up for the kind of work that he was going to have to do after we had taken care of the X-type destroyer, and he had fighters. And between all those fighters, we had to basically waste a couple of turns dealing with them first, before we had the opportunity to try and jump on anything else. And because of that, by the time we had finished destroying the X-type destroyer, which that in itself was a nightmare show of just trying desperately to blast through his shields and deal with all the incoming fire that he was capable of putting out. By the time that happened, when it came time to fight the last vessel, well, we just didn't have anything left of the tank, and he was able to rip us apart, which kind of sucked. And then in the last episode, we were hoping to basically take this tile last time. Unfortunately, we ran into an asteroid starbase, and we had to deal with that first. And because of that, well, it took us a while to deal with that asteroid starbase. We're not exactly a very big ship. And today we're scoring off against an MACX. No idea what that is, so let's send a probe to find out. I'm also going to kick on the speed as much as we can. Important to make that a masterfully important thing. Oh, we're going to hit maximum power. Excellent. You are equipped, wow, with a lot of anti-missile defense systems. So, do I launch fighters into this? I have pseudo-frigates, so they don't get shot at by anti-missile defense systems. He's only got 6 missiles. I was expecting something a little bit more. So I'm going to set this down to a minimum range. So an MEC, I suppose, would be a medium armored cruiser. So a pretty decent-sized vessel. We should be able to get our first shot in for free. And let's slow down the speed of time. Oh, no, we're already at normal speed of time. 3, activate. All weapon follow-up. Fire. So did a decent amount of damage on through to him, ripped him open good, and we're going to come around as fast as we can. We can reduce speed down to about 20, and that'll be a speed where we can actually charge a decent number of ships. So he's now involved in only fighting us, and we've ripped open a couple of his shields, but we haven't really killed him, which has me a little bit worried. So disruptors did their thing. I'm assuming, yeah, it's the B-type phasers that always get the short end of the stick. The game does not consider them to be primary weapon systems for some reason, and so it doesn't charge them quite as much. We are, however, currently sitting under a defense shift of 2, which is excellent. And as long as I can avoid that forward shield, although crunching into it may not be a terrible idea, just to take away more options. He's only got 2 shields left. There we go. So anything on a follow-up can I get? I can get a disruptor close in. And then, yes, really ripping into him. Now his power has dropped him down to a speed of 8. He's not using his drones, which is a pretty interesting decision. Oh, kicked on an ESG, which we're probably going to have a little bit of a hard time getting around. But we'll work with it, because I think we can brush up against it for a little bit of damage. Or we can use it in the point defense roll. That works too. Phasers to point defense, please. Oh, apparently the phasers will outrange it. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Shut off the point defense phasers. And yeah, we'll let that happen. I'm going to let the energy charge up a little bit before I make a high energy turn to go in for the actual kill here. We are going to take him. He's not going to stop us. He's not going to stop our victory, our taking of this tile. So 1 disruptor was able to get in, so he has no shields. Some phasers were able to get in. And let's rock and roll and end his world. ESG2 on. Hi. Got him. We didn't have to steal anything from the wreck itself, which helped out, because, you know, that would have been, well, it would have extended things out a little bit. Nothing too terrible, but... Let's see how much prestige that one's worth. 274 for some reason, and that's the tile. Excellent. So we're down to 2 tiles. 2 tiles remaining in the entirety of the Hydran Star Kingdom. They have no more homes. They have no more star bases. No more, whatchamacallits, who's-a-mo-what's and thingamabobs. No more star bases, no more planets. It's down just to them and their normal tiles. So we might be able to take them today. So unfortunately, this is going to be a very difficult mission. There's really no other way to put that. Because we're squaring off against a frigate, a light cruiser, a frigate, a frigate, a frigate, and a frigate. So we're going to have to get in here hard and fast and hopefully deal as much damage as at all possible. At all literally possible, I suppose. So we're going to have to sap other energy systems because we just got to get in there quick. We need as much time to play as possible. And if that means it takes a while to charge up all weapon systems, then so be it. That's the price of doing business. Luckily, our phaser capacitor is about to be charged, so that should be a pretty... Yeah, there we go. Got a lot of energy to play with now. We might... Yeah, I think we've made it up to full speed. Excellent. So we're going to get in close. We're going to drop off our pseudo-frigates right away. Have them get involved and just blast everything they can. The important thing is to knock out as many of these as possible. Yeah, they're only pirates, which means they're not necessarily as well armed as other vessels. But we've got to kill this light cruiser. We've got to kill this war destroyer first. And if we can do that fast enough, then we can get something really well done. But in the meantime, we've got to make sure our phasers to overload, our capacitor, or our ESG to a minimum range, and deploy these in attack mode at a range of about 10. 1 and 2. So we've got them away. By the time they get within range of stuff, they should be ready to go. Start to slow down so we'll have power for the turn. We're going to get in point-blank range before we engage anything. Well, aside from the ESG, which requires us to be at point-blank range. So all weapons select, get ready for the crunch. And now. We had enough damage to do it. Okay. Next target is, of course, him. Let's order our pseudo-frigates to redirect. Attack. And attack. And he's actually not terribly well armed. I mean, he's only got 2 disruptors as heavy weapons and a bunch of phasers. So, not terrible. We'll just zip on in here and light him up. Light up his entire universe. The burglar. Again, we're going to get really close to deal the maximum damage that we can. We'll slow down. Probably actually going to stop at a range of 0. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All weapons select. Wait for the lance to be charged. And... the main reason why we're waiting for the lance to be charged is that the lance, well, one of the ways that you can guarantee the destruction of an enemy ship is by causing enough damage to overload all systems. And when you do that, it's basically a critical strike that you automatically deal to him, and he explodes. You can also, like, just steadily rip him to shreds, but that can take a while. So we're going to have another good ESG run. So let's kick that sucker on, because I think we'll be within range in time. And phasers for the follow-up should be able to do it. I hope. So give us a little bit more power in there. And hopefully they can take on that TR-3F by the time I can finish off these 2. So the Boxman is our target. And go for the overload. There we go. Got that one as well. They're already starting to engage. Excellent. And they've dealt 21 damage to him. Wow, just with their disruptors. Good job, guys. Now we just need to tail off this last one. Well, aside from him. But I think they might be able to take care of it. Who knows? They might be able to take care of it as fast as the Klingon dreadnoughts can. I wouldn't be too surprised. All of them select. We're going to go in for a major blitz. And I want to get relatively close. Wait for it. Did you guys kill it? Really? Not even the Klingon dreadnoughts do it that quickly. Okay, the pseudo-frigates have definitely shown it. So that's hopefully a tile taken, or at least a tile neutralized. That's what we're going for. We want to take everything today. Victory will be ours. Soon. Hopefully. 300 prestige for the reward. Neutralized tile on the last one. It's a scouting mission. Well, we're looking for any signs of the remaining Hydrons. Have we found them? Or is it just pirates and echoes in space? Red alert, and that's a Marak heavy cruiser. Okay, new plan. Speed and agility are often not nearly as well appreciated as they should be. So let's try not to die. So this is the Marak heavy cruiser. You're an XCA, right? No, you're an... Oh god, even worse. The XCF is equipped with a lot of missiles. I will show you exactly how many missiles with a probe. I'm fairly certain that I had come to the conclusion that the XCF was the best X-type. It's the best fast heavy cruiser in the game for the X series, but it's also the best heavy cruiser that the Marak can get. And that's why. I want you to look at that, and if you haven't spotted what I want you to look at, it's these 2 MIRV racks. That's 6 missiles. Each missile is 6 missiles. That's 36 missiles, plus an additional 6 missiles. That's 42 missiles that he's going to throw your way. Now you tell me the name of the point defense system that's going to handle that, and I will tell you that you're a liar. Let's kick on the deep scan. We're going to do this one fast as we can at the farthest range that we can. So maximum electronic countermeasures. We're actually going to do the scout. We're not going to fight. This is not a battle you win. I'm going to have enough of a problem getting close enough to him through his missile swarm. And it is going to be a swarm. Incoming shots. He didn't manage to hit us, thankfully. Oh, but we got to go within a range of 10 and stay there for a little bit. And that's going to be the interesting hard part. Because he's got a lot of firepower. And we want to stay right at the edge of this 10. So get within starting scans. Should be starting scan anyway. Yep, he's firing into us. Look at how big he is. Just look at how huge he is compared to us. Alright, we may disengage. I'm gone. See you. No, I'm not even going to get involved in that one. You can say goodnight, sir. We're done. We did our scan, we looked, and we have found out that you have kitty cat ears. And that's all we needed to know. So let's buff the rear shield. He is trying to chase us, so we'll reinforce that. I'm going to put you right to my stern. Just directly to my stern. And I'm going to double mine in your face. Let's see how you deal with that. Oh, he's gonna break off as much as he can. Try to avoid the incoming damage. That's right, you coward. Yeah, zigzag all over the place. All that you want. You're never going to catch us anymore. Range of 39. Yeah, we're gone. You never stood a chance. So that'll be a successful scouting mission. Because even though we didn't kill him, and I don't think we could kill him, in maybe our X-type heavy cruiser, we could give it a shot. Like, part of the reason is because I'm fairly certain he'll only be equipped with slow missiles. Maybe it was something bigger than that, but the amount of firepower he brings to the table is terrifying. And it's not necessarily damage. See, the thing about the MIRVs is, yeah, it's 6 missiles, but each one of those missiles deals 1/6 normal damage. So that's not terrible. But the simple fact of the matter is that it's 42 missiles coming your way. You can't stop that. It's just too much firepower. Even though technically it's only 12 missiles worth of damage, which, by the way, is still a lot of damage. I mean, it's 12 times 24, or 12 times 12, which is 144 damage if you don't want to do it quite that way. But yeah, 280 damage can really ruin your day. So we're gone. Mission complete successfully, I might add. So did we find out whether or not this was the last of the Hydrons? Are they no more? Is everything that they ever had before now completely owned by the Lyran Star Empire? I hope so. 320 prestige for a successful scout. Nope, it's still there. Oh, they're going to have to make us fight for this one. Forfeit. You suffered a loss of your biggest ship, but I only have 1 ship, so it doesn't count. I want this tile. I want it all to be done. Let us fight on a patrol mission. See if this can be the final battle of the Hydron Star Kingdom. Red alert, and 1, 2, 3. Nothing in scope yet. Increase the speed of time. We want to find them. They are out there, and we shall discover where they are. Where they're hiding from this nebula. They're lost colonies, no doubt. Yeah, that'll do it. Yep, that's an X-type scout ship. Except that's a Marak X-type scout ship. Probe. Is it just you? So, it's an X-scout versus an X-destroyer. Interesting. So he's got a MIRV and 2 B-racks. Heavy phaser A's. A couple of other interesting systems. Let's go with a maximum electronic countermeasure. Now, of course, that's not going to help us too much against the missiles, but every little bit helps. ESG down to zero range. I think we can take him. I think we can take an X-scout, even though we're the Lyrans, which can't really take much. But I think we got a chance. So, slow down the speed of time. Those Gatling phasers, do they shoot forward? They do not. Okay, so I am going to actually have to turn this setting here. 3 to active. I don't think he fired. Oh, he did. Hi. Ow. That was a little bit more damage than I was anticipating. So we've hurt each other pretty badly. I hurt him a little bit more, purely because he bombed his own mine. And he's pretty badly damaged my rear shield. And I really hate it when you do that. Come on, can I get any phaser to punish that? The beaming tactic is one, a great tactic, but two, one of the most annoying tactics. It's just infuriating to fight. Because it's like, oh, and this, and this, and this. We took out his Merv. Mervs tend to be pretty vulnerable to incoming fire, so that's not too crazy. And we're at a pretty good angle. I'm going to give us some time, let us charge up other weapon systems, mainly the B phasers. But if you want to come in, son, we can fight. I mean, I don't have any problem at all with this one. Well, maybe because we're about to come in a pretty nasty angle. Fire everything we got. Take care of that. And we've cut through his rear shields again. And our ESG just turned on. And he's really booking it. He wants some speed going, which I don't blame him, because we have a gigantic bubble of death that's about to ram into him if he gets too close. Oh, come on, show me that rear shield. That's what I want. There we go. Just give me those shots. Eventually, I will cut through enough things in order to make you cry. He's down to a speed of 22, which is still outrunning us, but not as badly as he could be. So he doesn't have a Merv. He has 2 B-Racks. We have enough defenses to deal with that. Like, literally, I have enough defensive phaser systems to deal with that. That took that out. He's down to a speed of 17. We're catching up to him. Will we catch up to him in time? Nope. The system deactivated. Disruptors coming in. Hi. Not sure what was up with that. Like, I get that you wanted a little bit of a break turn there. But more shields down. You're crippled. Marines. Steal me a Marak ship. Let's properly demonstrate to these Marakis that we are the superior close combat race. Actually, I'm not quite sure who would come out on top. I've got you. You're mine. I'm just going to fly away from you. Don't do that. I don't want to lose my rear shield. He's down to 1. Show me 0. Almost there. Come on. Will this be the final capture of the campaign? The final battle of the campaign is between a Marak destroyer and a Lyran destroyer, rather than even the Hydrons. How sad. I hope, anyway. If this tile goes neutral, then that's it. Then we have them. Then victory will be ours. That's it. Ship captured. Mission complete. We came, we saw, we stole. I think that worked out pretty well. See how much prestige is worth. 382, not bad at all. Astounding victory, and that's the tile. Alrighty, zooming out. I don't see any purple left on the map. That's it, boys and girls, ladies and... Well, this purple doesn't count. This is fuchsia. Purple. Fuchsia, purple. We get the difference? Good. So, we have finally done it. This entire invasion corridor was held by 2 tiles. If either one of these tiles had fallen, this entire invasion would have been stonewalled, but it didn't. So, after quite a few episodes of battle, after a great deal of fighting and dueling and blasting through the enemy, it is finally all over. The Hydran Star Kingdom is no more, and only the Lyran Star Empire remains, now the largest empire in the entire quadrant, and finally can afford actually halfway decent ships. It's been a long road. It's been a somewhat frustrating road. I haven't quite decided what race I'm still going to be doing at this point, although I have gotten a little bit ahead on the recording on this one because I wanted to get through this campaign and finish it, and it seemed like we were so close for so long. But yeah, we've been thinking about probably doing one of the good guy races, which means the Marak or potentially the Gorn. And I'm not quite sure which one. If we do the Marak, it might be the Marak versus the Romulans, and that might be an interesting battle. I'm not sure. But that could be a very interesting fight to try. Or the Marak versus the Klingons. That could also be an interesting thing to attempt. Because it's been a little while since we did the Federation versus the Romulans. I think they're fair game again. But I'm not sure. And I'll be interested to hear what you have to say. But anyway, I've been Tirak. If you like this campaign, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. What was your favorite part of the campaign? Who do you think should be the next enemy? And I will see you all in the next episode.